Hi, my name's Nate. This is Jonathan, and we are Hot and Cold Movie Reviews. Today we are reviewing Iron Man 3 in 3D, starring Robert Downey Jr., of course, as Iron Man, as well as Gwyneth Paltrow, Don Cheadle, Guy Pearce, and Ben Kingsley.
Yes, Iron Man 3 picks up where Avengers left off as far as the chaos and everything that happened in Avengers uh, with all the superheroes there. And Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., is settled back in New York with his girlfriend, um, Potts. And basically, he has a new, nemesis that he has to deal with, a terrorist called the Mandarin, which is played by Ben Kingsley. It's rather interesting as far as everything that they do, as far as the setup, as far as the action, the lights, well, the cameras, I should say, and as far as the drama that's played out in this movie. But I will tell you, I was a little disappointed as far as how long it went. I mean, movies are just getting way too long. They need to get more into the guts of it. They're setting it up way too long. I was really rather disappointed with how long this movie was. I did like everything as far as the content of this movie. It was entertaining. It is what you paid for.
Yeah, and the content was entertaining. I have to say some of the plot was unique. I like some of the parts. For instance, how it played out with his psychological problems after the Avengers. With the aliens coming out of the sky is obviously a shocking thing for anybody, and they put it into the plot. Now they didn't delve deeper into it as I had liked, because he didn't really show it in his character. He was just a normal cocky guy that Robert Downey usually is. It had some other great parts. A twist with Ben Kingsley, which I won't go into, which was great. He did a good job. Guy Pearce, while stereotypical, was good as ever. Um, so it played okay. However, overall it was shallow and ineffective in making me feel anything. I remember there was one part where I won't go into, but somebody dies, and I realized, wow, this movie must suck because I didn't care. And it's you know, it didn't make you care about any of the characters. All it was Robert Downey Jr. being cocky and some good plot in it, which was good. Overall, I have to give it not too bad of a rating because it played well and kept you interested for the most part.
I mean,
And it
yeah,
was a little too long.
you didn't like it because it was long. I mean, well, you did like it overall, but
Not because it was long. I didn't like it because it had no depth. There was no emotion. The characters had no
and then now that you mentioned that, as far as
delved into. They were just shallow. They were just stereotypical people.
the death that you're referring to,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
You didn't
okay,
care.
you did okay,
You didn't
all
care at
right.
all, and that's bad when that happens. The only people that brought depth to their characters as much as they could with the script were Ben Kingsley and Guy Pearce. I want to say Robert Downey Jr. because I really like him, but honestly, no, he didn't.
Well, I'm a big fan of Robert Downey Jr. I
Me
like the
too.
cockiness. I like the funny that he brings out in it, and I think it's Tony Stark. I think it's really in that character, and you can see that in that character. But I mean, how many more times are you going to do the same thing over and over again and expect the same results?
And not
Uh,
just with Iron Man, but the movie. The movie was literally what I hate most about Hollywood is there's a formula for movies, and they just play to it every time. This everything's going good, something really bad happens. They have to correct it. They go on a mission to correct it. They're about to correct it. Something else really bad happens, and then happily ever after. It's the same formula as Hollywood. I want to see them go outside the box, like in the other superhero movies directed by Christopher Nolan, the Batmans, but they failed to do that.
Yep. So overall, my rating that I gave it, did give it a 3.5. It is entertaining. Entertaining. Yes, it is
That's
entertaining.
way too good. Oh my god.
You did what? It is a movie that you can say, you know what, this is a good value. Take your family to see it; they'll love it. It fits in with the Iron Man 3 schedule. What did you give it then?
I give it 2.5 out of 5 because it's not
Oh
a
my
bad movie,
gosh.
but it's not a good movie. It's right in the center. I would say it's perfectly average. It's a perfectly average movie. Nothing special. Nothing horrible. So 2.5 out of 5, right in the middle.
That's way too low. It's a movie that you have no problems recommending as far as someone, hey, what movie should I go see? Take your kids to it. I mean, that type of movie
Oh
is
hell no! I
entertaining.
would not recommend it. I would say if you're a huge fan of watching performances by actors, go for Ben Kingsley and Guy Pearce. If you don't into that, then don't go to this movie unless you're super into Iron Man. Then you got to go see it.
Who isn't into Iron Man? It's
Me,
comics.
I don't care about
Oh,
fucking
okay.
cartoons. Now, if you want to go see it, I mean, I would not recommend this at all. You know, I'd recommend movies like Mud. Recommend
Ugh,
Mud to people.
yeah, waste your time with mud. Okay, that's why it's called mud. It's that muddy. All right. Well, anyways, thank you for watching Hot and Cold Movie Reviews. We hope to see you again.